What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be cooking ourselves a picanha and steaks. We're going to be cooking up some chicken as well. We're going to be making some hot dogs, some salsa, everything on a Sunday afternoon. So stay tuned for the rest of this video so you guys can see how I make mine, and maybe you guys can learn how to make it yourselves if you don't already know how. And if not, maybe this is just another way for you to do it yourself. So first we're going to start off with our gloves. Take a look at this picanha USDA choice. We're going to slice on in, open up the packaging, get it out of there. We're also going to need some napkins so we can pat it dry, get off that excess blood that was on there. Making sure you get all of it off if you can, as much of it. Check out the marbling on this picanha steak or picanha piece. And what I want you guys to look at is how the meat is running, the lines of the meat. As you can see, it's running that way, so the grain of the meat. So what you want to do is cut with the grain to make your steaks. As you can see in this video how I'm doing, I'm trying to cut approximately about an inch or so. You can cut it thicker if you like, a little bit thinner. You can't go wrong with this piece of meat or this cut of meat. So as you can see, we're getting about an inch or so, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, but cut it accordingly how you like. Remember to keep that fat cap on, because that's going to render out and give us really good flavor. And put it to the side. Cut your other slice. So I just kind of measure with the side of my thumb just to get a approximate estimate. It's not, I didn't measure it with the tape measure or anything, just approximate. Check it out, do it yourself. Remember, like I said, you want to cut with the grain just like so, and then once you're ready to eat it, you'll cut it across the grain. I'll show you that later on in the video, but for now, take a look at these steaks. Super thick, super nice. So I'm seasoning here with just salt. That's all you really need, is just some regular old salt. Doesn't have to be sea salt, just any kind of salt. Some black pepper. You can't go wrong with some black pepper. And we're also going to be using garlic powder. So SPG, salt, pepper, garlic powder. That's all you really need. You can do any other seasonings you like, but this is what I'm doing here. So now we're trimming a little bit of the chicken. I ended up buying a package of, I believe it was chicken thighs, chicken wings, and drumsticks. So this is the chicken seasoning that I'm using, the chicken rub and the chicken seasoning. You could use whatever kind of seasoning you guys like. That's just what I'm using, or what I like to use. Okay, so right here, gotta remember, grab you a little ball of paper, or in this case it was the charcoal bag. Light it up with the lighter, put your charcoal chimney over it, and now we're ready to rock and roll. Throw that lit charcoal over your unlit coals, let it do its thing. Clean it up with the wire brush if you got it. Preferably, please clean your grates. Put them over the fire, let that stuff kind of heat up and come off. And then with the half of an onion, you want to slice it up and then clean your grates with that. Best way to keep your grates clean. Now here, what we're going to be doing is making a salsa, una salsa. Got about quarter to half an onion, got about 4 or 5 tomatoes. We're also putting in about 3 cloves of garlic in there. We're just gonna, I put the aluminum foil, that way I don't lose anything through the grates on the grill. But that's what we're looking at. That other piece of aluminum foil, I have the chiles in there. Just let them heat up a little bit. Putting my chicken on the grill. I'm gonna be cooking that in indirect heat. The whole time it's gonna be cooking, it's gonna be indirect heat. So make sure you check that out. Now here, with the Mexican blender, we're making our paste. We got our tomatoes and everything in there, just smashing it all in. Get your onions, your garlic, your tomato, your chiles. Add some salt to that and just mash it all in. Of course, if you've got a blender and that's all you got, you can use your blender. Got our hot dog sauce, weenies, or whatever you guys call them. Keeping that chicken in check. And then Toast up your bread a little bit on that grill, just like so. If you like it more, or if you like it less, you leave it less, whatever you guys like. Got some sausage on there, some chorizo, and then the star of the show, of course, the picanhas. Put those on that hot fire and just let them do their thing. Of course, here you flip them around. I don't know if you guys have ever heard people say you only need to do one flip, you need to do 2 flips, you need to check for time. I always say you got to flip them as many times as you need to. Don't worry about somebody saying, oh, only 2 flips, oh, only 3 flips. Don't listen to them. Just flip it around, keep doing it until you feel it's good enough. Whenever you feel like it's good, then you flip it. I don't do the whole times and all that because your fire is never constant, especially on a charcoal grill. If you're cooking on a gas grill, maybe, but on charcoal, no sir. That's our finished product there with the sausage, cutting it in 3 pieces. I believe it was super hot. That's why I was like touching it and not touching it, because it was like piping hot. It had just come off the fire. Yeah, this steak here came out a little bit over. It looked like a medium or so. Maybe I didn't let it rest enough, I don't know. But I mean, you can just see how delicious it is, or how it looks. I promise you it tasted better than how it looks here. It tasted way better. Just look at that. Look at that little fat cap. Look at that meat with those juices running through. It's perfection, I'm telling you. How it rips apart so easily, so tender. So we cut against the grain, that way when you try to eat it, it pulls apart just like so, and that's what you want. So we're trying out a little taco, heated up some tortillas on the grill, get your piece of meat, the salsa, so good. Just look at how juicy this chicken came out. The whole time it was indirect heat. All of it was indirect heat. I'm telling you, this food was amazing. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. It wasn't that long, but really, who wants to see me flipping that meat around that long anyways? Short, sweet, and simple. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate you guys if you gave it a like. If you commented down below what you guys thought you liked in this video. Did you like the tips I gave out? Have you ever cooked this yourself? If you have, let me know. Also, please subscribe to the channel, Cooking in the Process. I also have 2 other channels. I have Gaming in the Process, where obviously I play games, and I have Ozzy in the Process, where I upload more of like the car content and maybe a couple vlogs here and there, just different things. So if you guys want to check that out, the links to my other channels will be in the description down below. If you want to follow me on Facebook, you can. All the links to my social media, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that in the description down below. If not, look for Ozzy in the Process on all social medias and you should be able to find my pages. And with that, we're out of here. We're gone. We'll see you on the next video. Later.